We could sit here and speculate, what McDermott is putting all out there on the line. I mean, Marshall Faulk on What the Football said it was, desperate because he got rid of. He was the first one on the podcast, by the way, with Susie Schuster, Amy Trask. Get it? We're all podcasts are required. He's the first one to basically say, well, he got rid of Leslie Frazier last year. And when I heard that on What the Football, I'm like, that's right. That's why he's walking around the hallways of NFL Network right now. And so he got rid of the DC, got rid of the OC. I believe Albert Breer in yesterday's show called it, he's the Will Smith gif, and he wasn't referring to the Oscars. He was referring to him at the end of Fresh Prince walking into the empty
living room.
Right, everyone's moved
around.
out. Like, I'm the last one here. And so we could sit there and say McDermott's now placed himself. There's no one else. Like, if he says that he wanted everyone in that building to know in 5 days when they walk back in or whatever that something's changed, maybe the Pagulas will wind up feeling that way about him if this doesn't work out. And the if this doesn't work out is if there is no improvement in the offense. And let's just be straight up. Josh Allen throwing 11 interceptions, one more than Mac Jones on the year, is a large part of it. And it's not always him, right? This is kind of like the conversation, TJ, we had about Dak last year, right? Like last week, he threw one terrible one, Allen. And then he threw one that went off of Gabe Davis's hands, which is on his sheet. All right. Bottom line, it really is, how is Josh Allen going to improve? Period. End of story. How is he going to attack this day? And this was what he had to say about the firing of Ken Dorsey. And I find it an interesting soundbite. Let's hit it, please.
You mentioned a little bit feeling like if you guys had played better, Ken Dorsey would still have his job.
I mean, that's without a doubt. And I take that very personally. It hurts. It hurts a lot to see someone you care about go through a situation like that, and to know that, if I could have done more, if this offense could have done more, we wouldn't have had to do something like that. So, again, it's an unfortunate series of events that have led up to it, and but again, like, as much as you can sit here and feel sorry for yourself and you can sulk on what's going on, we got a game to prepare for, and it's 4 days away. So we can't pay too much attention to it. We got to focus on what we can control, and that's our attitude and efforts every time we step on this field and practice and walkthroughs and meetings, and make sure that we're going to be prepared to go come Sunday.
I mean, attaboy. That is talk about an honest answer, Yeah. You're right. I think about it, it hurts. Because if we did play better, but, we have a job to do, and they got to win. And you can't sit around and dwell on it. I thought that was such a revealing soundbite, and a very clearly, emotionally aware individual, which is what you need for a quarterback. We just need to get that Mandalorian guy back. Remember, that's how I started referring to him?
Yep.
We need that guy back. We need that guy who was moving the offense crisply. As soon as the play was over, here he comes again, and he's going to be difficult to sack. He's going to extend the play, and he's going to jam it right down your throat with his arm and with his legs, and we need to see that guy back. The question is he physically ready to do it? Is he physically, 100% enough to do it? And if I'm Joe Brady, that's what I'm going to try and do. And, certainly if the coach is going to let him be, all this stuff of just be careful, slide and all that, of course you need to slide, but let's get Josh Allen just running down people's throats. Actual running plays for Allen again. And then when you get that mojo back, then you can do other stuff. Yeah, that's Mike Hoskins, our Bills loving coordinating producer, dialing up him leaping over people. That's the Allen we need to see. And I think that's the Allen the rest of his team will respond to. And give me at least 3 to 4 touches in the first drive of number 14. Get him going. That's what I would do. Now, obviously, the defense that he's playing against this week, knows it and is really ready to prevent it. What a big game this is. But I just thought it was such an emotionally aware thing for him to say.
But Rich, wasn't at the beginning of the season, Chris, also, at the end of last season, didn't people all say that Josh Allen shouldn't do as much running?
No, I know that. And I know that was what it was coming in.
That's
exactly right. And I was saying that they fixed that problem because they got Latavius Murray and they got Damian Harris and they got Dalton Kincaid. And it took Dalton Kincaid half a season, as it happens with rookies, to start getting that guy done. And then now, Harris is out. Let's see Fournette, right?
Yeah.
And so, be that as it may, didn't work. Scrap it.
So go back to
OC out, new OC in. Let's see it. Let's go. What do you got to lose here? Except the season and then maybe the HC his gig. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.